American Legion Memorial Stadium in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Gamebridge Super League tonight, presented by Sunbelt Rentals. Sunbelt Rentals is the official equipment and tools partner of Carolina Ascent. Whether you need something for home renovation or job site development, Sunbelt Rentals has you covered. Sean St. Jacques, the NWSL and Super League champion, Erica Timrack, and our entire crew, happy to have you with us. We look at the Carolina Office Solutions standings here, and of course, Sporting Club Jacksonville in their first season, trying to push further towards that top four in the standings. Carolina Ascent looking for their first victory in this Gamebridge Super League season. And so far, Erica, Carolina were so consistently good last season. They've been trying to find some of that consistency at the start of this season, and more importantly, looking for their first victory.
Coach Philip Poole told us that when results don't go their way, that's time to double down on identity and style of play. So they have to keep standards high, keep the ball, and just focus on what they do well, and the results will come.
Yeah, that standard and those consistencies have been as high as anybody's have been so far in the Gamebridge Super League. Someone else's standards who are pretty high are our Gatorade player to watch, Madison Mercado. 3 goals in 4 matches so far. That leads the club, and she's a very versatile attacking player.
She is. She is the complete offensive threat. She can hold up, she can run in behind, she can drop down into a false 9, play a 10, she can even play winger. She is a complete attacking player, and she's going to do great things for this team.
We're excited to see what she brings to the table for this one today. On the other side of things, for Sporting Club Jacksonville in their first season, they got that historic first win under their belts. There's been some mixed results after that, but plenty of positivities and a good foundation to build on.
They definitely want to play. Possession takes time, though. We all know that. So I think that we've seen glimpses of really good play. If they can just keep building on that, I think they have a very promising season ahead of them.
Yeah, no question about that. And certainly a player to focus on for them is Ashlyn Puerta. Also has 3 goals already. Also is a very difficult player to stop.
Yeah, she definitely drifts in off the back shoulder of her defender, which in my opinion is the worst nightmare for a back line. She's clinical around the goal. She works hard, and she's so young that she's just going to get better with experience in more games.
Well, these two teams played a really tight affair already earlier this month in the Gamebridge Super League, and the rematch plans to be quite the contest here on Peacock. Carolina Ascent in search of their first Gamebridge Super League win of the season. Can Sporting Jacks come on the road and grab 3 points in this one this afternoon? We'll have the kickoff coming up next.
When it comes to delivering high quality, affordable health care, relationships matter. And after 90 years, Blue Cross North Carolina is proud of the relationships we've built with you. We're 5,000 neighbors, friends, and family committed to improving the health and well-being of everyone across this state. We're here for you, all of you.
I want to stop being sidelined by pain. I want to tell him I'm in. I want a surgeon who speaks more knees than he can count. I want the best care in the game. I want a team that's with me every step of the way. I want to bounce back fast. I want to show them my best is yet to come.
For the best orthopedic care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, graded assists. Gamebridge, graded assists for your savings.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gamebridge Super League here on Peacock, presented by Sunbelt Rentals. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack, our entire crew, happy to have you with us. Carolina and Jacksonville getting ready to square off this afternoon. We dive into the Capelli Sport, starting 11s for both teams. Philip Poole and Carolina trying to double down on that culture and, more importantly, come out away with 3 points today.
Carolina come out in a 4-4-2, bringing some fresh legs because they had a midweek game. Porter holding down the midfield, and you got Corbin and Mercado up top. Fantastic duo together. They're constantly switching roles, and they're such an offensive threat.
It's going to be interesting to see if Mercado and Corbin in particular can keep their strong goal-scoring acumen up against a Sporting Club Jacksonville side who already have a win under their belt this season. And Stacey Balem's group lines up in a 3-5-2.
3-5-2, that width will come from Hughes and Lester. Jones kind of runs the midfield. She's an anchor there. And then Puerta up top, super dynamic and very dangerous going goal.
September 13th, not too long ago, last time these two teams got together, it was a heck of a battle in the Gamebridge Super League. Jacksonville at home got off to a really good start. They were 2-0 up, but the resilience of Philip Poole's side showed, particularly in the second half. They came back and they got a 2-2 draw. So quite the game to live up to in the rematch. We'll be interested to see if these two teams can top themselves again with some drama here at American Legion Memorial Stadium this afternoon. Kicking off a doubleheader of games here on Peacock on this Gamebridge Super League Sunday from Charlotte, North Carolina. Irina Petronok is our head official there in yellow and black. And all that separates us from the action is the sound of her whistle. Going to be interesting as well. We talked about Carolina, their search for a first win. Jacksonville facing a team for a second time here at the start of their inaugural Gamebridge Super League season. How will they handle things as well? Jacksonville get us started. They're going from left to right. Looked like that was Jamie Gerstenberg who actually kicked that forward, the goalkeeper. For Jacksonville, it's a Carolina throw on the far side, and we are underway here on Peacock. Well, Jacksonville are in white with those light blue trims, and Carolina are in blue, that red and yellow trim on the bottom of the kits. It's going to be cleared out on the far side. It's a Carolina Ascent throw just to the right of the halfway line. Looking at the injury report, it's presented by Novant Health. Roberts out for Jacksonville. Merrick and DeMarco listed on the injury report for Carolina. But both coaches told us that they're in overall pretty good shape at the moment as far as health and availability. Philip Poole told us that when we talked to him, it was the worst day of the week because he had to tell some of his players that they weren't going to be featured as much in the squad this week. As the Ascent are on the back foot here, back stick, I should say, and that is just put wide. Good set piece setup there, and in the end, Sydney Studer puts it just wide.
It's a good ball in. She kind of finds that back post, and Studer's right there. Gets a foot on it, can't quite get it across goal, but it's a promising start for Carolina, and it's always good to start the game with a set piece that leads into a scoring chance.
Gerstenberg sends that ahead. Seen a few times where a goalkeeper has kicked the ball off at the start of a game. We saw that again here today.
Gerstenberg's really good with her feet. She plays really good ball, so I'm not surprised they brought her up for that.
It's becoming more and more in the DNA, it feels like, of soccer cultures. Jacksonville have a 3-on-2 here in behind. It was Hughes who was the target. She's not going to get there, and it's cleared out of play by Megan Nally, and it's a throw-in for Sporting JAX on the far side. And from the throw, lovely little layoff here. And from the byline, the cross initially is blocked. It's poked forward again by Ashlyn Puerta before it's cleared away. And again, Jacksonville win the ball back quickly on this far side, and they'll reset with Georgia Brown. Lester back to Gerstenberg. Remember, Sporting JAX actually got a bye last week, so that 2-2 draw against Carolina was their last league game. So they're getting quite familiar with Philip Poole's side, who of course suffered a tough 1-0 defeat here just a few days ago. Of course, finished that match with just 10 on the pitch, so they're trying to bounce back from that tough blow. Before that, it was 3 consecutive draws at the start of the season. That's why we highlighted earlier that Carolina were so strong and as consistent, if not the most consistent team last year between the two halves of the season, are still in search of their first victory of this season.
Yeah, they were definitely, in my opinion, the most consistent team. They also knew who they were. They had a set identity and set style of play, and you knew you were going to get that every time you played them. And I think that's one of the hardest things about this league is the consistency and identity and style of play. But as a player, if you have a set identity, it's so much easier to play and buy into the coach and what they want.
Of course, the other path there, right, is to change it, which also takes time to implement, right?
Exactly, but then you kind of feel like you're abandoning ship for results, and I think you got to stay true to what you want and what you're good at, and the results will come. You just got to keep the standards high in training, and it looks like they have the players to do that and the leadership to do that. It's going to take time, but I think they've slowly been building. And
Philip Poole also talked to us about how he's really excited about the different players they brought into an already really good squad. Many players that come back from the good team they had last year, the great team, frankly, they had a season ago, and to be able to add players to that does, of course, take time, and they do feel, as the flag goes up there, just in front of Philip Poole, that they will be able to figure it out and get back to the standards, the lofty standards that they set for themselves last season in the Gamebridge Super League.
bringing in new players is always difficult. You have to learn their tendencies, and you have to kind of redevelop new team chemistry, but Mercado is going to be such a help in that offensive threat.
Just saw a touch there from Sydney Schmidt, who's actually one of the academy players for Jacksonville, getting a start right in the heart of Stacey Balaam's midfield. Going to be interesting to see how 14 in white handles that position. That's one of the things right about the Super League, giving opportunities to some of these younger players in high pressure spots as Carolina gets a shot away here. Mia Corbin struck it really sweetly, but Gerstenberg was able to pluck it out of the sky.
And that's the duo we're talking about right there. Aguilera throws it in, and Mercado just lays it off. Perfect way to pass. Mia Corbin gets a good shot off. Gerstenberg makes a good save, but again, Carolina has been developing a few chances, and they were looking pretty lively out there.
Well, Nucor Corporation is the safest, highest quality, lowest cost, most productive, and most profitable steel and steel products company in the world. It's the official sponsor of Carolina Ascent FC. That's a collision there. Referee allows play to carry on. Nally and company will reset back to Sydney Martinez, who gets the start and goal this afternoon for Carolina. And Jacksonville, through some of their pressure there, win the ball back. And trying to thread the needle down this far side. They'll get a throw-in out of it. One of the biggest things that Stacey Balaam talked to us about with this Sporting JAX roster is just the camaraderie and the chemistry this team already has, and waxed lyrical about how much time the group spends away from the pitch with each other, whether it's exploring the Jacksonville area, going to sporting events, concerts, coffee trips, you name it. And for a club, again, in its first season to already have that, I mean, that's a gigantic step in the right direction.
Totally. I've been on teams before where you just have that off-the-field chemistry, and I do think it translates to on the field. So the fact that this coaching staff put together a group of women who enjoy being around each other and have that off-field chemistry, I think speaks volumes about where they're going to go this season.
Ball is looped over the top down this far side, but then the reverse ball is just behind, and that gave Carolina the opening to try to clear it. Oh, then there's a heavy collision away from the play inside the penalty area. Ball ends up getting cleared out. Referee lets bygones be bygones, I guess, and moves on from that.
That's tough. The ref is looking in the other direction at the play, so those calls can be difficult.
Great ball clipped in here. Better goalkeeping from Martinez. But Carolina cannot keep the ball.
Both teams love to play out of the back, so it's going to be interesting to see how the presses can maybe change that and force other team to go long.
Another Jacksonville throw on the near side. Good positive start from Sporting JAX. Lester. Oh, beautiful ball played in behind here for Kenton, who plays it across, and Jacksonville score! Well, it's the player we highlighted at the top of the broadcast, Ashlyn Puerta with the finishing touch. And just like they did last time, Sporting JAX take the lead against Carolina.
This is great build-up. Pennick just holds the ball up, finds a little through ball. She just dishes it across the 6-yard box. Such a dangerous area, corridor of uncertainty. Has to make the back line really make a move here, and Puerta just slots it home. Tap in, right place at the right time, and that's great movement from Puerta. Classy finish.
Wonderful team goal from Jacksonville. Puerta has 4 Super League goals in 5 games. And Jacksonville jump out in front.
Puerta is just one of those players where she's so spatially aware of her surroundings. She's constantly scanning, she's constantly checking her shoulder, and she puts herself in such good situations just like that. She was in the right spot. Perfect ball, perfect build-up.
It's almost deja vu for Carolina. September 13th, they met in Florida. Puerta scored in the 11th minute to give Jacksonville the lead, and she's almost done the exact same thing again in Charlotte this afternoon. This time it's the 10th minute. We just got official confirmation on that. You can't make that up.
No, you can't. Let's see how North Carolina responds to that.
The Ascent trying to find a response, but they're dispossessed again. And Jacksonville are off to the races down this far side. There are numbers starting to queue up in the penalty area. The shot is deflected towards the edge of the 18-yard box on this near side. Schmidt trying to track it down for Jacksonville and does eventually win a throw, and his Studer could not keep it in play. Remember, we just saw, just mentioned it earlier, that in the first game it saw a 2-0 Jacksonville start. Could be another one. The shot is blocked away, again on the edge of the 18-yard box. Carolina defensively under siege a bit here after the goal's gone in. That ball is slipped through onto this far side. That was for Puerta. Carolina do clear it. We told you there was some positives in the attack for Jacksonville to build on. They are building on them. They're looking to build on this 1-0 lead. Again, Carolina in some trouble here at the back. Oh, and the shot is blazed over. Was there a touch on the way through? Jacksonville won a corner. It's a goal kick.
This starts with Hughes. She's on the wing, but she cuts in and just keeps driving. The back line drops. She drives. She dishes it off to Kenton. Goes over. I'm not sure if there's a touch there, but another great chance, and they're definitely running with this momentum.
Oh, All of a sudden, it feels like Carolina are trying to weather a bit of a Jacksonville barrage here at the moment.
Jacksonville's just so good at playing through the lines, and because they have that width with the 3-5-2, it allows space in the midfield to open up, so they can not only exploit the middle, but they also have tons of variety out wide, which that chance just led to, just starting out wide and then cutting in and taking advantage of that space.
That was intended for Corbin. Jacksonville sweep it up defensively. They look to play it up ahead, looking for Kenton, and she was tripped up. Free kick for Jacksonville, and there's going to be a yellow card handed out on the back end.
Kenton does a really good job here. She gets the ball. She's already on the half turn running with it. So hard to defend that. Brie Martinez with the foul. Being on the half turn, though, is so important as an attacker. It allowed her to take that momentum and get that first step with speed. She got the bump, she got the foul. Another good chance for JAX.
And like you said, Erica, Martinez picks up a yellow card for that. So we'll keep an eye on that as the match moves along. Really good positioning for this Jacksonville set piece. And the shot is just over the top and out of play.
That'll be a goal kick, Carolina Ascent.
You think Puerta's flowing with confidence or what?
I do. She already has one. Why not step up to this? She tries to curl it over just into that top left corner. Didn't quite get it, but I love the confidence from her. And when she's hot, she's got to keep shooting those.
Gerstenberg clears for Jacksonville. And Corbin trying to get her head onto that. Oh, she eventually does get it. Off a takeaway. And now Carolina look to surge forward here with Audrey Harding. Harding to the byline. And she loses out at the last moment. Great defensive work from Sporting JAX, and they will get it clear. Although as soon as I say that, it ricochets back for Harding, who slips in. Corbin, who plays it across, and eventually it's cleared out for a throw-in on a last-ditch intervention. Jacksonville not out of the woods yet. Another good sprint to the byline. Cross into the middle is dangerous, and it's a nudged header just about clear. Martinez looks to recycle, and Jacksonville eventually are going to win the ball back. But again, I almost jinxed them again. They lose it again. Great persistence from the Ascent, and they will recycle it. Both teams have had a bit of a struggle playing it out of the back.
You can tell both teams are fighting to kind of control that tempo and rhythm. They're both possession teams, so they want to be the ones to control the rhythm. It's definitely been back and forth.
Gerstenberg calls for a bit of calm after a pretty wild sequence. That gives us time to tell you that it's not too late to ride the wave. Season tickets are still available for Carolina Ascent, so be a part of the action all season long with the best price per match, priority access, and insider perks. CarolinaAscent.com/season tickets is the place to go to secure your seat today, as that's going to stay in play for Sporting JAX on this near side. Kenton crosses it into the middle. It was a good searching ball. Again, Carolina get their heads to it first. It's not cleared yet. Hughes tries to play it forward, ends up getting dispossessed. Martinez up ahead to no one in particular, and Jacksonville will reshuffle the cards.
Jacksonville has gotten a lot of their success through final passes from the wide areas, and because they do play with wingers, it's so easy to draw them out, and then they get those good services into the box, and they have aerial threats as well, so you definitely see a lot of success coming from out wide.
Corbin comes really far back to help out for Carolina in possession. And then Martinez tries to outlet it to this near side, and Was briefly given away. A couple of fierce challenges there, but Jacksonville are able to pick up the pieces with the advantage here. They could be in for another, but Martinez makes the stop.
The refs are definitely letting them play, which I don't mind. It's a good chance, though. You got back, not a great touch from Aguilera. 50-50, another 50-50. And Bowman just picks it up, strikes.
A brilliant ball played out to this far side. Flag stays down. Chance for Carolina to maybe try to find an equalizer here. It was Porter's touch. It's placed back into the penalty area where there was actually a real chance to get on the end of it, but it does go out of play.
I think Carolina can definitely be more patient there. They are a patient team, and I know they're 1-0 down, so they do feel that pressure, but that's the time you can swing it, play through the midfield, kind of draw Jacksonville defense out a little bit, and then go from there.
The ball pinballs around in the middle of the park. It's going to be a free kick for Carolina in the end. Aguilera is calling for it on this near side, looking for a switch of play. Instead, Nally hits it right into the heart of the Jacksonville defense here. A chance to maybe get a cross into the middle. Who's it last off of? Referee says it's a corner for Carolina on the far side.
And that'll be a corner kick for Carolina Ascent, brought to you by Newport. And taking that corner kick is number 7, Jim.
It's going to be a Newport corner for Carolina. 20 minutes gone, Jacksonville leading by a goal to nil, just like they did the last time these two teams met a couple of weeks ago. It will be Aguilera to deliver. And it's a decent delivery. Oh, it was a free header. Ends up going right back to Aguilera, whose service will ricochet out for another Newport corner.
She put a good service in, left-footed in swinger, and she kind of whipped it in right into the mix.
Like it was Megan Nally who got the head on that initial ball in. Aguilera's second attempt from the corner. It's also a pretty good ball in, but this time Gerstenberg takes charge, and there was a foul as well. And Jacksonville handles the situation defensively.
Free kick, Jacksonville.
And Aguilera is there to get the head on it, but it'll stay with Jacksonville on the near side.
You can tell Jacksonville is trying to just relieve some of that pressure by going long off the goal kick. Don't want to deal with the high press in North Carolina, especially right now in the game.
We did ask Stacey Balaam about the Carolina game and the 2-2 draw, and she said, listen, it did kind of slip away from us. But she said she loves the way the team has just been able already to bounce back, evolve as well. And they're putting on a great display here in the rematch so far. Goalkeeper has been rounded, and then it's headed off the line. Second attempt is speared in, and Jacksonville indeed are 2-0 up. Oh, what a follow-up. The initial shot was headed off the line, and not for the first time. Puerta follows up with a rocket. And for the second time in a row,
this is
Jacksonville are
Hughes.
2-0 up.
Great from Hughes. She reads it so well. Touch around the keeper. She takes a look up. She doesn't really see much. She has a go at it. And then Puerta, right place at the right time, finishes that corner. Such a great finish. Great from Hughes. And then Puerta gets her second of the game right here. Side netting.
I'll take nothing away from Sydney Studer. That was a heck of a goal line clearance to keep Jacksonville out. But then the unstoppable follow-up from Puerta. She's on a hat trick, and Jacksonville again have doubled their lead against Carolina in the Gamebridge Super League.
Again, it started out wide. Hughes initially took that wide space, and then she just anticipated that ball. She made a really good defensive play and just drove in, touched around the keeper, such good awareness, had a shot at it, and then her teammate was right there to clean it up and put it away.
5 goals for Puerta now in the Gamebridge Super League. That might have been her best one out of the 5 so far. That was such a sweet hit.
She leads the league now, doesn't she?
Carolina again have to try to dig out of a 2-0 hole against Jacksonville in the league.
Well, they've done it before, so.
Now, the second goal that Jacksonville scored in the first meeting was a bit later in the half. It was the 39th minute. It was Kemp who made it 2-0. So Jacksonville are a bit ahead of schedule as far as that script is concerned. And meanwhile, Aguilera is down here for Carolina. That is a bit of a concern for the hosts. Well, it gives us time to tell you that Carolina Ascent online merch store is live. You can stock up for the next match with scarves, t-shirts, hats, personalized kits, and more. To shop, visit carolinaascent.myshopify.com. What a 25 minutes it has been. We talked about Sporting Jacksonville getting off to a good start, and Puerta has made sure that they've gotten off to the perfect start. And that is despite Carolina having a couple of chances as well up the other end. Certainly Puerta has put together a possible goal of the week candidate in the Gamebridge Super League, but more importantly, Jacksonville have another healthy lead to hang on to, but can they hang on? Studer for Martinez. That's a misplaced pass by Gerstenberg, inviting a little bit of Carolina pressure here. But then the throw-in is brought to a halt by the referee. Oh, and that's because Brie Martinez is down for Carolina here. Maybe just needed a moment to compose herself. Hopefully it's nothing more than that.
Looks like she might have got the wind knocked out of her. It's like one of the worst feelings. Yeah.
No doubt.
She's tough, though. I played with Brie at Orlando for 2 years. She's very, very aggressive, very good defender.
And she gets right back after it, throws it in towards this far side of the area, where it will deflect out for a new core corner for Carolina. On the far side, it's taken quickly.
Another new corner kick.
Martinez's ball in is caught by Gerstenberg for Jacksonville. With Schmidt playing it back. Carolina trying to poke the ball away.
Kristen Berg has been so important for Jacksonville's build. She's very calm on the ball. She puts in very good services, and she's one of the reasons they play out of the back so well. It's like having another player back there.
Almost seems like the team takes a big, deep breath when she gets on the ball. You can kind of exhale and let her do the work that she's so good at.
Exactly. She has a very calming presence, and it's so important, especially being part of the back line, having a keeper to have that presence and calm on the ball.
The ball rolls towards the halfway line on the far side. Ooh, and did that stay in play? It did not. And Jacksonville maybe thought they were away for a moment, but that will be brought back for a throw. Martinez just trying to find Manny Mercado. Jacksonville win it back. Was there a foul away from the play? Referee just says advantage is played here. And Jacksonville looks to take advantage down this far side. It's a outside of the boot ball in behind Aguilera's clearance. The reshuffle from Jones up ahead. Jacksonville again looking to probe here. Ball dinked over the top. The header from Nally helped along onto this far side. Eventually Nally just goes over the top, but again Jacksonville have it quickly back. And then there was a nudge in the back. That's going to be a free kick.
Jacksonville's so good at defending in packs. As soon as they lose the ball or get out of possession, they're constantly swarming the ball to win it back or to cause a turnover.
A nice turn from Harding. Harding still goes, but eventually gives the ball away. And Jacksonville looking to maraud down this far side. It was a decent run, but then it's given away. Bowman picks up the pieces out to this far side. And on the shot, oh, it sneaks through. 3-0. Ashlyn Puerta cannot be stopped in Charlotte today. It's a first half hat trick, and Jacksonville are in dreamland here.
Scoring that goal, number 19, Ashlyn Puerta, her third goal of the match.
What a performance from Puerta. 3-0 to Jacksonville.
Puerta gets this wide, and she just gets her heads up, drives in, little touches, and she just sees that small opening and she takes it. That's so smart from her. She just watches the defenders, sees a window, takes the shot, slips it right near post. That's exactly where that ball needed to go. So composed in that moment, and she got her hat trick.
Hands-on opportunities that open pathways to careers at top companies like Honeywell, Sonic.
She has doubled her season total in the first half. 3 goals coming in the first 4 games. She has scored 3 in just over half an hour here in Charlotte, and Jacksonville are rolling. Smiles all around.
When we talked to Coach Stacey Balaam, she told us that she's so eager to learn and to grow and to be coached, and I think that's so important with young talent. She said she's humble, she's hardworking, and she just wants to play.
Well, Erica, you asked earlier if she's at the top of the Golden Boot. I think she's pretty clear now.
I think she is, rightfully so. The thing I love about her is she finishes so many different ways. You saw her score last game with her head. She's composed with PKs. She can hit it with power like at the beginning of the game. And then that last finish was just cool, calm, collective. She picked her head up. She saw a tiny window, and she just almost passed it near post. That's a perfect finish, and that's world class to be able to pick that out. And coming from such a young player, she has so much promise and so much potential. Excited to see where she goes in this league.
Well, Philip Poole and his side have a mountain to climb all of a sudden. Sydney Martinez, the goalkeeper, who was getting attended to during this stoppage after the Puerta goal went in. So hopefully she's okay. She's back out there ready to go for Carolina, who have to try and chip away, right? That's all they could do. 3-0 down, still a lot of time though left to play.
At this point, they just have to go back to their basics, complete their passes, try and get rhythm. They might not be able to get 3 goals, but at this point, they just need to focus on staying true to their identity.
Please make your way to the Gatorade side located.
Of course, Jacksonville can't just rest on the 3-0 lead. Just saw Puerta trying to encourage her teammates to keep on bringing more and more, despite being 3-0 up and in a very dominating position. We talked about it earlier. Carolina have shown already this season, again against Jacksonville, that they have that power of recovery. They have the resilience in this group. 3-0 though isn't a step too far for them. We'll have to wait and see on that. The good news for them, like we just hinted at, is there's still a lot of time left.
A lot of time left, and we didn't take into account that they did have a game on Wednesday where Jacksonville's coming off fresh legs.
And there's always that debate whether or not it's a positive or a negative to have a game extra in a week. I think Philip Poole told us, ask me after the match if it's a positive or a negative.
I've never been a fan of midweek games because you have like schedule and you have a set plan through the week, and then throwing a midweek game in there, especially when you have to travel, it just throws everything off and it throws the rhythm off.
Food Line is the official grocer partner of Carolina Ascent FC. It's proud to support the Charlotte community. The official grocer of the Ascent is Puerta is on the attack again here. Jacksonville looking for another. Martinez makes the save. Jade Pennick trying to really put Jacksonville in a dominating position, but it's a good save.
This just shows Puerta's versatility. She gets on the ball and she just drives at the back line, dishes it off. Great ball. Great shot by Pennick.
Just to finish the thought, on Food Line, they're local. They have to get your food on the table fast, ready to eat meals. Shopping is made easy with Food Line to go. They're here for every moment. Thanks to their score to give more program. 46,000 meals were donated in the Ascent's inaugural season to Second Harvest Food Bank of Mechalina. Aguilera is brought down. And the referee swiftly goes to the pocket.
And our referee has shown a yellow card, and Apollo Law.
Jacksonville really not wanting Carolina to get any type of rhythm. This is a great ball. Aguilera turns and just gets blindsided by Schmidt. She broke free of that. She would have had so much green grass to run on. So smart foul by Schmidt, but they're definitely trying to stop Carolina from getting back into this game by disrupting their rhythm.
Schmidt is booked for that. It's one yellow card apiece. Martinez for Carolina is also sitting on a yellow card. A little nudge there from Harding. It's going to be a Jacksonville goal kick. Of course, yellow cards are brought to you by Apollo Law. About 8 minutes plus stoppage time left in the half. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack, our entire crew, happy to have you with us here on Peacock, where it's been the Ashlyn Puerta show, a hat trick for Sporting JAX in just under 31 minutes. But Stacey Balem's side in complete command, at least for now. Carolina are probing, trying to find a goal to get them back on the right foot here. Hold up play there from Baisden. And it's fizzed across. It could fall for a chance, and there it is. Riley Baisden does get one back for Carolina. There's the response, the Ascent we're looking for. And all of a sudden, it's 3-1.
This is great from Baisden. At the top of the box, she finds Brie Martinez out wide, just dishes it off. Brie takes a touch, whips it across, makes the caper make it safe, kind of bobble it, and Baisden just follows that up and gets the goal. That's hard work. That's good awareness. That's completing the run right there, not just passing it off and stopping. She played it off to Brie, then continued her run in the box and was able to get that goal. That should give them definitely a little spark going into halftime.
First Gamebridge Super League goal of the season for Riley Baisden. Goals brought to you by Food Lion. And it's a lifeline for Carolina when they needed it most here at the end of the half. And there's still time left in the half, of course. When you're 2-0 down, when you're 3-0 down, sometimes the hardest part is just getting that one goal back. Phillip poolside have that goal.
And that'll be a foul on Sporting JAX.
See if they're able to build from there. Ball's back in play, Aguilera. Fended off the first challenge, then plays a wonderful ball down the line on this near side for Mercado. And eventually, the whistle goes. Mercado may have been in an offside position. That was a bit of a late flag, or at least a late acknowledgement of the flag.
A great run by her right into the half space, though, kind of stretches the field, and Aguilera played such a good ball down the line. Jacksonville definitely wanting to take their time and try and ride this half out.
Gerstenberg again tries to find a teammate. It was flicked on. Ooh, was there head-to-head contact there? Referee, let's play continue. You can tell Carolina have a bit more pep in their step here. Mercado, lovely pirouette, plays in Martinez down this far side. Martinez looking for space for the cross, and it is sent soaring out of play, but it did take a deflection, and it's a new core corner.
Seems like Carolina's trying to match Jacksonville's physicality, especially in the last 5 minutes.
Taking the corner kick for Carolina Ascent, number 7.
Once again, Aguilera will set this up. One more. All of a sudden, Carolina will feel like it's a brand new game. Very congested, as you'd expect, inside the 18-yard box around the 6. Aguilera's ball and is flicked on. It's hit high into the air, headed towards goal. Oh, it's just wide. And it did hit off a Jacksonville defender. It'll be another new core corner from the near side.
Such a good ball from Aguilera. She hits it near post. It almost goes short, but she does it on purpose for the flick on, and then it just causes so much trouble in front of goal, and then they get another corner off of it.
Still 3 minutes plus stoppage time at the end of the half. Another Carolina corner. Again at the near post. Jacksonville get first contact. Served back into the far side edge of the 6, where Jacksonville will clear it, but out for a throw-in this time. Can Carolina capitalize on some of this pressure and certainly a little bit of uncertainty in Jacksonville's defending on some of these set-piece moments? Corbin could not keep that in play. Flag is up. I don't think the referees acknowledge that the flag has gone up. Aguilera finally sends it out of play. Flag was up right away from the assistant on the far side. Eventually our head referee acknowledges it. It's a goal kick for Jacksonville in the end. Novant Health is proud to be the official healthcare provider of Carolina Ascent. With same and next day sick visits, Novant Health provides care when and where you need it. Schedule online at novanthealth.org. Carolina gearing up, trying to find another goal here before the half ends. Baisden, lovely touch and turn on this far side. It could open up here for Porter. Lays it off for Aguilera, who clips it into the penalty area, and Gerstenberg does well to take charge.
We've definitely seen a different Carolina side these last 10 minutes.
Well, the old saying, right? Goals change games. That goal back for Carolina has given them newfound life here at the end of the half. Corbin up ahead. Oh, and it nearly was slipped through down that far side. Jacksonville get enough on it to clear it. And now can the visitors break up the other end? They do have the numbers here. And was there a drag back there? Yes, there was. Jacksonville free kick after a wonderful run forward by Meg Hughes.
Hughes has been so dynamic for this team this half. She gets the ball in a wide space and she loves to cut in. That's so hard to defend. And she just drives with pace. Her pace does not slow down when she has the ball at her feet, which is so impressive. She just keeps driving into space, finds the pocket, and she gets pulled down and gets the foul.
Well, there was an Apollo Law yellow card for Taylor Porter for the drag back. And we are, of course, into stoppage time, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield, of 3 minutes. And Puerta, who has 3 goals, certainly could be eyeing another. Oh, well, Martinez was certainly interested in that. It goes just wide.
Puerta went for that near post again. I don't blame her. Get another goal before half.
Far side, Kenton is double parked. Slips it through for Puerta. Puerta to the byline. Looks to find Panic. Cleared high into the air. Panic's header. On the follow-up, he's saved by Martinez. May have been going wide anyway. Jacksonville throw with about a minute left in the half. Porter plays that forward nicely. It's just out of the reach of Corbin as Jacksonville regains possession. Hennig does well to hold up the play. Carolina gets it back. Is there time for one more chance at the end of the half? Martinez up ahead, flicked on by Harding. who was offside.
And that's offside, Carolina. Free kick, Sporting JAX.
Gerstenberg with the ball up ahead. It's flicked into the path of Kenton. Kenton gets ahead onto it. It bounces out of play, and the first half ends here in Charlotte. What a half for Sporting JAX, particularly for Ashlyn Puerta with a first half hat-trick of goals inside of 31 minutes. But then Riley Baisden gave Carolina hope just before the end of the half.
We'll be here before you know it.
We're certainly excited to see how the second half is going to play out. Again, Carolina showing you that 2-0 down, 3-0 down, doesn't matter. They're able to battle back in games like this. There's still a lot of work for them to do going into the second half, but they've given themselves something to work with despite being 3-0 down. But it certainly was a wonderful first half performance from Stacey Balem's side. And we get the chance to catch up with the hat-trick hero, Ashlyn Puerta, kind enough to give us some time here at the AF. Ashlyn, a first half hat-trick. I mean, can you take us through that performance and where it ranks in your career? I know there's a second half to come, but that was wonderful to take in.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want to just give all glory to God. I couldn't do any of this without him, so just so thankful to be out here on this beautiful day, representing him, doing what I love professionally to give him glory. But no, it's a great half. We're playing really well, and credit to my teammates that had some great moments to find me in the box, and yeah, it's a great half.
Ashlyn, can you talk us through the creativity and the freedom that you have as an attacker on this team? It seems like you're constantly trying to get on the ball and able to find it, and a lot of that comes with your coach allowing you to have that freedom.
No, I'm very thankful for the whole coaching staff to, like you said, give me that freedom to be creative and play the way I love to play. So yeah, all credit to them to be able to give me that freedom to do what I love.
Ashlyn, thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and best of luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Ashlyn Puerta, kind enough to join us from Sporting JAX. A hat-trick in the first half, and her side are 3-1 up at the half here in Charlotte. We'll step aside for a moment here on Peacock. Carolina have been able to bounce back in the past. We'll see if they have a second half comeback in them. 3-1 here on Peacock. Halftime is coming up after the break.
My husband takes his watch party grilling duties very seriously. Every sport, every season. And because we always find good deals at Food Lion, no one ever leaves hungry. I even got him his own signature touch.
Okay, I'll eat around it.
Here with fresh food that's always affordable. Food Lion, here for every moment.
What does a better tomorrow look like? More people enjoy safer, more comfortable indoor spaces, clean water, clean air, healthy food, and a healthier planet. That's what Train Technologies believes tomorrow should look like. So we put people and the planet first. Today, we take bold action. So tomorrow, there's a better world. For everyone.
tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
Halftime here on Peacock is presented by University of North Carolina, Charlotte. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack, our entire crew. Happy to have you with us. Gamebridge Super League, heck of a first 45 between Carolina and Jacksonville, with Jacksonville leading by 3-1. Looking around the rest of the Gamebridge Super League with our news and notes, just like last season, we've been keeping an eye on Dallas's Allie Thornton, become the first player in the league to score 15 all-time regular season goals. Dallas Trinity off to a wonderful start. And then, of course, big news involving midfielder Gio Reyna from the U.S. men's national team announcing a stake in Fort Lauderdale's ownership group. And, of course, Lexington leading the league with those 3 clean sheets. That's already more than they had all of last season, so look out for them as the days and weeks go by in the Gamebridge Super League. Speaking of what's ahead, we look at the upcoming schedule presented by Capelli Sport. All these games are on Peacock. All these games are next Saturday. Jacksonville going to Brooklyn. Carolina hosting DC. Erica, any games there stand out to you as far as whether it's the significance in the table or you're just excited about what's to come?
I'm excited for all of them, but I've really enjoyed watching Lexington play this season, especially their turnaround from last season. So Spokane-Lexington will be a great matchup.
Florida Derby as well, the champs, Tampa Bay, welcoming Fort Lauderdale. Another good game to circle on your Gamebridge Super League calendars for next Saturday. We'll step aside for just a moment. We'll have first half highlights, quite a few to get to, and stats coming up after the break with Jacksonville leading in Charlotte by 3-1.
Scoreboard. It's time to put your hands together for today's Fido Alert Pup of the Match. Let's hear those hackles for Teddy. Visit CarolinaAscent.com/Pup of the Month to nominate your furry friends who recognize an upcoming home match. That's CarolinaAscent.com/Pup of the Match. Defending the net, rescuing pets, Fido Tabby Alert is helping every lost pet find its way home. With over 30,000 pet finders across the greater Charlotte region, give your furry friend home field advantage and let Fido Alert help bring them home safe and sound. Scan that QR code that's on your screen right now and sign up today to get your free pet ID and tag. Ascent media partner of the day is Spectrum. And we'd also like to thank WBT Radio, Charlotte's News Talk, 1110 AM and 99.3.
Welcome back at the half between Carolina and Jacksonville here in the Gamebridge Super League on Peacock. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrak, our entire crew. Happy to have you with us. Big game developing here. If we look at the first half highlights presented by Sunbelt Rentals, what a start for Jacksonville. Puerta getting on the score sheet inside of 10 minutes.
Kenton just plays that ball right across the box, and Puerta just takes all her momentum, and it's just a tap in, and she just kind of uses that to bring her into the 6. Tap in, score. Such good spatial awareness on her part. And then you have Hughes here, anticipates that. Kind of a heavy touch. The keeper comes out hard and she just dinks it right around here. Takes a couple touches to set herself up. Hits the ball, goal line save, and then Puerta is right there to just blast it home. Right spot at the right time. Hughes does such a good job though keeping this ball and being able to get a shot off right here. And then Puerta. Great form, great finish.
And she was just getting started. That was her brace, and then 31st minute, she made it a hat trick.
She's so good in the box. She's so composed. She hits that near post. Look at this. She doesn't even look up, or she doesn't even look at the ball. She knows where the ball is. It's glued to her feet. Little touches, draws in the defender, finds a tiny window, and just hits it near post.
Made it 3-0. Jacksonville were cruising, but then Riley Baisden gets Carolina back in it.
Basin plays it out to B. Martinez. Martinez plays a good ball. Gertzenberg probably could have caught that, but Basin is right there, clean it up, finishes the play, and slots it home, puts North Carolina back into this game.
Felt like at that point, Carolina got some momentum. They couldn't quite build on it. Not yet, at least. You look at the Sunbelt Rentals halftime stats. The stats would tell you Jacksonville were really good and pretty clinical in that first half, particularly if you're Puerta, but Carolina found a response to try and get back into the game, and it still feels like it's still just about in the balance going into the second 45. Jacksonville leading on Peacock by 3-1. After the break, we'll have the second half kick here from American Legion Memorial Stadium in Charlotte. Sean St. Jacques, Erica Timrack, her entire crew welcoming you back here on Peacock in the Gamebridge Super League. It is Jacksonville leading in Carolina by 3-1. About to get the second half started with Carolina on the comeback trail. They'll make a substitution at the start of the second half. Sarah Tricoli makes way, and the former Brooklyn star, Mackenzie George, enters the fray, hoping to give Carolina a bit of a spark at the start of the second half, trailing by 3-1.
I definitely think that's going to help them. Jacksonville seemed to control the midfield in that first half, so I think bringing on fresh legs in the midfield is definitely going to give Carolina a spark. Carolina is also the type of team where if they're controlling the midfield, they're playing well. That's where it starts, so definitely needed some change in there.
Teams, of course, will switch sides at the start of the second half. Carolina will kick us off. They'll be going from left to right at American Legion Memorial Stadium here on Peacock. Jacksonville have rejoined us. And what does Ashlyn Puerta have for an encore in the second half? A first half hat trick. She's now the leader in the early Golden Boot chase in the Gamebridge Super League with 6 goals, having doubled her season tally in less than a half. And can Jacksonville see this out? Remember, they were 2 goals up the last time they played Carolina. They settled for a draw. We will see how all of that plays out. There's the confirmation of George in, Tricoli out for Carolina. And a little nibble of a challenge there from Mercado. Gives Jacksonville a free kick. Should mention as well, Martinez and Porter are on yellow cards for Carolina, and Schmidt for Jacksonville is also sitting on a booking in this second half. That ball is looped over the top here. Header down by George, who's in behind, and Carolina are back in it! Talk about an instant impact off the bench! Mackenzie George scores her first goal for Carolina. And incredibly, the Ascent, from 3-0 down, are back in it. It's 3-2.
This is exactly what you want from your sub. Ball over the top, she just runs it down, kind of takes a weird bounce, and she just heads it, gets in front of her defender, slots it home. That's great awareness. She knows she has 3 defenders coming on her, and she just puts her body in front of that. She almost takes the foul and gets a PK, but she finishes the play. Such a good finish, and now it's a completely different game.
That is just what the doctor ordered for Carolina. Score 1 goal at the end of the first half, 1 goal at the beginning of the second half, and it's a brand new game. 3-2, another Food Lion goal for the Ascent, as Jacksonville tries to reestablish their 2-goal lead, but Martinez swoops in to corral it. We talked about at times this game following a similar script to the last game, but last game it was 2-0 down. Now Jacksonville are in danger of being 3-0 up and not being able to see it through. There's still a lot of time left, and Carolina just never know when they're beaten.
Carolina really showing resiliency here. Being 3-0 down is definitely discouraging, and the fact that they're able to come back, get 2 goals, and now they're starting to really look like themselves. They're being more fluid, they're taking their time on the ball, they're being patient, and they're being threatening when they can.
That's why we said even at 3-0 down, there was still so much time left. And anyone that's followed the Gamebridge Super League knows you can't count Carolina out. Here they are again. Chance here for Harding, and she will settle for a new corner on that far side.
More great play from the sub that just came on. She has been so good. She held that ball up which allowed opposite movement, and then another great chance.
Martinez to deliver the corner. It's fizzed in there looking for the flick. It's Corbin, blocked off the edge of the 6-yard box. Aguilera back into the middle. It's headed clear. Carolina's still on it though. Baisden for Corbin. Handball appeals come in. Referee says no penalty. And Jacksonville clears. Couple of close calls for Carolina.
This is what we like to see from Carolina. They swing the ball around the box, they're being patient, and they're taking their chances when they get them.
And it's Martinez. Ooh, not the best of balls from Martinez, and Jacksonville are in. Chance to make it 4-2, and they do with Paige Kenton. A mistake at the back for Carolina. And Paige Kenton restores the 2-goal cushion for Jacksonville, who are back up by 4-2.
Martinez plays this back, and it's just not the right ball. Kenton reads it so well. She takes her look up. She sees the back post is open. She opens up her hips, and she just curls that around the keeper. Such a good finish and a great response to the Carolina goal.
First goal of the season in the Gamebridge Super League for Kenton. Had to keep her cool there, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And she scores with ease. And Jacksonville have their cushion back. It's like Jacksonville have made a change on the back of that. Schmidt is going to be taken off. Maddie Kemp, who has scored already this season for Stacey Balam's group, is going to check in. First change of the game for Jacksonville, who have restored a bit of order. Oh, just when you felt like the momentum was shifting, Jacksonville get a huge break and they make the most of it.
This game is battle of the tempo. Which team can control the rhythm of the game, and they're both doing it at different times.
Well, here comes Kemp. Kemp's hoping that numbers will queue up to her right. It's a decent ball across, but Carolina has it covered, and they will clear it. Phil Potts up ahead. Chance for Hughes, trying to square it. Can Carolina have the numbers back? They do clear, but they have a player down on this near side. Jacksonville, unless it's a head injury, are allowed to play on here. They clip it into the box. And the volley goes over the top and out of play. The player down is Riley Baisden, and that's a big concern for the Ascent. Based on her conversation with the referee, we hope it's not too serious, but clearly serious enough to stay down during a difficult sequence for her team. Again, Jacksonville don't have to stop playing. They're allowed to continue on in that spot. It was not a head injury, so the referee is not obligated to stop the play.
It's also hard to stop the play when you're in the other team's attacking third and you have that chance to go to goal.
Jacksonville almost took full advantage of that. They did not in the end. Boy, how many twists and turns there have been in just the first 53 minutes of this game. There's still so much more story to tell in this second half. And we've already had 6 goals. Well, today's match is presented by Sunbelt Rentals. Sunbelt Rentals, the official equipment and tools partner of Carolina Ascent. Whether they need something for that home renovation or job site development, Sunbelt Rentals has got you covered. did look like Baisden is going to give it a go, and she does re-enter on the near side. So both teams are back to 11 each. Oh, Carolina win the ball back again. On this far side, it was well done by George. Eventually, though, she was caught up to. And the calmness of Gerstenberg. Able to play it out to that far side. The ball forward, though, gives it back to Carolina Ascent via a throw. It's played square to the edge of the area for Baisden. Played forward by Nally. The cross dug out by Martinez. And there was no deflection on it. It is a goal kick. Select, the official match ball supplier of the Gamebridge Super League and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select is the player's choice. The goal from Paige Kenton has given Jacksonville a 2-goal cushion again. Does Carolina have another comeback left in them? Again, they have the time to work with. Or are Jacksonville going to ride off into the sunset with all 3 points? Oh, lovely little move there down the far side. Aguilera into the middle, cleared to the edge, and further across the halfway, the Jacksonville half, and then there is a foul against Jacksonville that allows Carolina to stay on the front foot.
Free kick for Carolina Ascent.
Well, Pennick is a bit perplexed and thought that Jacksonville was going to get the decision here. That is not the outcome. And either for the foul or maybe something she said, she's now, oh, it's just for the foul. The referee did count the amount of fouls that she's committed and then has booked the Jacksonville player.
You see, yeah, she just clips the back foot of Brie Martinez. Not intentional, but definitely a foul.
And yellow cards are brought to you by Apollo Law. Referees had to lay down the law a few times in this game to this point. Schmidt was on the yellow card, then got substituted out. Now Pennick is the only player out there on a yellow card for Jacksonville.
I'd rather have my attacker on a yellow card than a defender, though.
That's a good point. Mercado's ball in comes up short. Aguilera on the follow-up. It deflected off a couple of players before Jacksonville could clear it. Pressure from Baisden. As we've seen from majority of the match, Jacksonville like to play through the lines. They do it pretty well, although on this occasion, Carolina's press allows them to win the ball back. Time and space for Corbin. Trying to thread the needle for George. And George does win the ball for Carolina. The layoff for Baisden. Back for George. Edge of the area here, Porter. Just trying to survey the scene. Studer behind her. Played it square for Nally. Corbin slithering it through again for George. Forced to recycle it for Aguilera. Aguilera to the byline. Cross into the middle. Martinez with the header. It's wide.
That's good play from Carolina. That's them being very patient on attack, swinging the ball, not forcing it if it's not on. They're able to get a cross off. Definitely want to see more of that from them.
Gerstenberg went over the top. This is Hughes who collects. And Hughes glides past a couple of challenges here. It's still Hughes. Still Hughes. And that was not far away. It tickles the outside of the netting and goes out for a goal kick after a marvelous Meg Hughes run.
Hughes has been so impressive to me. She keeps the ball so close to her feet. She just takes these little touches, and then she has a big change of pace, which is so hard to defend. And her final pass and her final entry ball is usually so good.
Nice turn by Baisden. Could not find George. Jacksonville resets as we approach the hour in Charlotte. Hughes up ahead. And it's feathered onto this near side. Great first touch to keep it in play. Ooh, but the flag goes up on the far side. That's offside, free kick, Carolina.
Free kick, Carolina Ascent.
That gives us time to tell you that Carolina Ascent online merch store is live, so you can stock up for the next match on scarves, t-shirts, hats, personalized jerseys, and more. To shop, visit carolinaascent.myshopify.com. Good pressure from George. It's a Carolina throw. And George again with the hold-up play. Two defenders on George, and the cross is blocked. Still work to do for Jacksonville to clear it. Martinez putting the pressure on. And eventually Jacksonville does play their way through. It's Pennick switching the point of the attack to Puerta. She's already scored a hat trick. She pirouettes past a challenge, is caught up to. She thought she was fouled. Referee doesn't agree. Mercado cannot get there. Kenton keeps Jacksonville on the front foot. This is Kemp. Kemp trying to fight her way through a couple of challenges here, and eventually Carolina gets the ball back. And then there was a foul on the back end of that sequence. Free kick.
And that's a foul on the Sporting JAX. Free kick, Carolina Ascent.
Near side, Baisden. Early ball up ahead looking for George. And it is touched away by Gerstenberg. Hughes, though, gives the ball away. But Carolina, through Mercado, could not take full advantage of that.
Jacksonville have been so good at playing out of pressure from the back. Instead of clearing the ball and basically losing possession again, they're able to keep it. Sophie Jones is a huge part of that. She kind of anchors the whole midfield. She's constantly giving direction, being in pockets, showing support. She's definitely a big part of Jacksonville being able to possess it so well.
Good pressure from Corbin to win it back. George for Corbin in behind. And Corbin's shot deflects out for a Newcourt corner.
But when you do play it out of the back, you run that risk of getting pickpocketed or losing possession, and it's an easy counterattack. So you do have to be careful for that, but I do admire Jacksonville bravery playing out of the back.
Aguilera to take the corner. Had 6 goals. It still feels like this game has more goals in it, incredibly. Carolina looking for another to get a bit closer. Aguilera's ball in was really well placed, but Jacksonville got the header onto it. Then Carolina arguing that there was a foul, possibly a penalty, if that was on the edge of the 18-yard line. Referee did not give either, and then gives Jacksonville a free kick. And the crowd here will not like that one bit. It's going to be a yellow card as well.
This is more great play from Hughes. She's able to win this in her box I know Carolina wanted the foul, but it looked like it was 50-50. She gets a foot on it, and she just explodes and bursts into the space, gets a shoulder around her defender, and then takes the foul.
Philip Poole certainly wanted an explanation over why that wasn't given. Although to his credit, still looks cool as a cucumber over on that Carolina touchline. The yellow card was on Nally. Another Apollo Law booking for the Ascent. This is Kemp for Jacksonville, who slides it through beautifully. Pennick had her shot blocked by Martinez on the follow-up. Martinez is there again to block it away. Carolina still trying to clear their lines here. Porter took a swipe at it, and eventually it's going to be touched out of play for a goal kick.
Porter does such a good job. She drives in the box, and she's able to find that cutback ball, but you really did need a runner going back post to kind of clear that area, and Pennick was the only run in the box.
Aguilera tried to poke that down the line. It is going to stay with Carolina via a throw. Still 25 minutes plus stoppage time left. And all the goals, for those just joining us, came in the first 50 minutes of the game. Jacksonville were 3-0 up. It was 3-1 at the half, 3-2 at the start of the second half, and now 4-2 to Sporting Club Jacksonville. Kenton plays it down the far side. Further helped along for Puerta, who's harried and dispossessed. Again, she thought she was fouled. Referee lets that go. Mercado for George. Baisden through the middle. George! Oh, it's off the post and in! Mackenzie George finds a way again for Carolina, who just will not let this game go. 24 minutes left, and it's 4-3.
This is so good from George. She just finds that outside space, and she just drives in, keeps driving, backline keeps dropping. She takes a touch outside, and she just puts her head down and hits it near post. It gets in, and that's exactly what you want from your subs. Brace for her coming off the bench. Very impressive. Very cool, calm, collective finish. She had 3 defenders, and she was able to beat them all.
Her first 2 goals in a Carolina shirt. And Jacksonville have made a change here. Looks like Jade Pennick has made way. Bailey DeSmit will take her place.
And there is a substitution for...
And Carolina just will not give in. 2 goals down again. And they're back within 1, and again, there's still so much time left. We could have quite the finish unfolding here on Peacock. Carolina moving forward again. Mercado. Lovely ball down this near side for Baisden. And Baisden's touch was a bit loose, but she can try and shepherd this out for a throw-in, which she does.
Mercado's been kind of dropping into that more 10 role and being able to distribute and create and play make. So versatile. She, helped with the last goal. She's really good at dishing it out wide. I think I like her in that playmaking role, and you definitely want her on the ball.
Here is Mercado. Tells Martinez to chase it. She cannot catch up to it. It is a giveaway back to Sporting JAX. Have we had a game this season with this many twists and turns? I mean, my goodness.
I don't think so. 7 goals.
It's been Gamebridge Super League theater. And Mercado and company are still feeling that they could push forward. George for Corbin. Corbin across, blocked away. Baisden follows up. And it's back out for yet another Carolina throw. Martinez. Corbin. Baisden digs out the cross. The layoff for George. It doesn't get to her. Kept alive by Porter only just, and Jacksonville finally can settle it down. Puerta wins a throw-in. Feels like ages ago that Puerta scored a hat-trick in the first half. It's almost been an afterthought, as good as that was. And there is a player down for Jacksonville. That's Sophie Jones. So Jacksonville will attend to her. About 20 minutes plus stoppage time left. It's still right there somehow for Carolina to possibly come back on Jacksonville again and salvage something. But of course, Jacksonville still have every chance to see this out and seal what would be their second ever win in the club's history.
Absolutely. I think North Carolina has done such a better job with dictating the midfield and just being so much more dynamic and threatening going at the back line, and they've really just taken advantage of every opportunity they had. And a lot of credit goes out to George for kind of bringing that spark and just putting away the chances and giving them the leg up. And I feel like it's a completely different game and a completely different squad out there.
While the injury is being attended to, Carolina are going to make a substitution here. Emily Moxley is in for Philip Poolside here. And that is going to be it for Brie Martinez, who again was sitting on that yellow card for Carolina Ascent. Both teams now, by the way, have used 2 changes and have 3 remaining. Of course, we hope that Sophie Jones is okay for Sporting Jax. She's now back up onto her feet, as you see there.
Looked like she might have been cramping up a little when you see them stretching their calves. I mean, she runs a lot in the midfield, plays a lot of minutes, so on the road, playing on the turf, it's just a lot on the body.
We'll see if Stacey Balaam maybe has to be forced into a change. Does look like Jones wants to at least give it a try here. Again, just a quick reset. Jacksonville, for those just joining us, were 3-0 up after 31 minutes. Carolina got a big goal back right at the end of the half from Riley Baisden. That made it 3-1. It felt like that was a momentum shifter at the time. And then Mackenzie George has come on in the second half and has scored twice, sandwiching in a goal from Paige Kenton, who had given Jacksonville a 4-2 lead. George's second goal of the game has given Carolina a real chance here, down 4-3, but still with 18 minutes and a decent chunk of stoppage time left on the back end.
You can argue both sides are playing their game. They're staying true to playing possession and connecting and trying to control the rhythm, and they've both just taken a lot of advantage of their finishing, and we'll see what the next 20 minutes gives us.
Gerstenberg resets for Jacksonville. Plays the ball over the top. It's going to bounce in behind here. Nally and company do just about enough to fend off DeSmit. Carolina will switch it to this near side. This is Moxley, who just came in. Corbin for Baisden. Bit of a loose touch from Baisden. Hughes pokes it forward. Camp had a chance. DeSmit had a chance. Blocked away by Studer. Critical last-ditch tackles from Carolina.
You could feel Jacksonville just putting the press on them, not wanting them to build out, force an error. Hughes was able to anticipate that and create that chance. They just couldn't quite get the shot off. Credit to Carolina.
Elevate your game day next season. Carolina offers a variety of pregame, halftime, and postgame experiences to take your group outing to the summit of fun. Marching onto the pitch, the pros for player intros, postgame photos on the pitch. You can customize a chance of a lifetime experience with your group. Go to CarolinaAscent.com/groups to lock in an unforgettable match day experience. Kind of like the one that's been playing out here so far this afternoon. Corbin, lovely take. Moxley trying to find George on this near side, and George does so well to hold up the play, and she is fouled.
You see Corbin kind of in a deeper role, able to get on the ball more and play make and give that ball to George, who's able to hold it up, get a foul, and now they're right back possessing in Jacksonville's half.
Moxley loses out, and Jacksonville does well to recover it with Philpotts on the near side via a throw. Hughes, Jones and company hoping to get that clear, although only just, because Moxley fights her way back into it and wins Carolina a free kick. Taken quickly. Corbin. Moxley. Baisden could not slide it through, but then helps to try to win the ball back. Jacksonville go over the top. And then that's a gorgeous turn into space here. Chance for DeSmit to move Jacksonville forward, but she stumbles over the ball. Her teammates are able to help win it back. This is Hughes. Hughes has been so good in this game, lays it off. Kemp had the right idea, could not find a teammate.
Great idea. She just curved it away from Puerta, so the goalie Martinez was able to step onto that easily.
Up ahead for Mia Corbin, who plays a wonderful ball onto this near side that's kept in by Riley Baisden. Baisden into the middle. Great take out, and then the volley is skied over the top by Audrey Harding, who did the hard part, could not hit the target.
Again, great from Corbin. She gets the ball in the middle, and she's able to just switch the point of attack with one ball. Baisden get it, takes on her defender, and plays such a good ball in the box. Picks out her teammate. Can't quite get the shot she wanted, but it was a good effort all in all.
And Jamie Gerstenberg will put this back into play for Sporting JAX. Again, if the visitors can hold on, it'll be their second ever win in the Gamebridge Super League. But Carolina still have a chance. Great ball played down the far side for Harding. And Harding keeps the ball in play for Carolina, gets to the byline. Can Harding finish? Oh, what a save. Gerstenberg just pushed it wide and out for a corner.
So good by Harding. She just gets the ball, takes touch around her defender, drives the end line, and then is able to bring it in, goes for that near post. Gerstenberg makes a good save, but they're able to get a corner out of it.
New core corner for Moxley and Carolina to take. In search of that elusive equalizer. Decent ball whipped in. Jacksonville's header clear, only as far as Moxley, who tries again, and Gerstenberg Able to stretch highest and make the catch. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina is the official health insurance provider of Carolina Ascent. Blue Cross North Carolina makes healthy insurance easy. Discover employer, individual, family, Medicare, and Medicaid plans from Blue Cross North Carolina. Better care starts here. "11 minutes plus stoppage time left. And Carolina, they were a bit stretched there at the back. Studer does well to step in, and Martinez does well to clear. Player down as the ball's on this near side. And Jacksonville are allowed to continue on. Jones in behind from Maddie Kemp. Kemp assesses the scene, goes for goal. And Martinez had her near post covered. Baisden is back up. Well, I think the issue here, and Phillip Poole's just been booked for Carolina. I think Phillip Poole and the Carolina sideline here, they thought it was a head injury. And the referee, in that case, should have stopped the play. Phillip Poole continued to argue the decision and got booked. The referee clearly did not agree that it was a head injury and allowed play to continue. Phillip Poole and Carolina, however, will not let that decision go. They're very, very upset.
I think that's Poole just protecting his player, thinking that it was a head injury and it needs to be assessed immediately.
And it was just out of our view. Again, we were, of course, tracking the ball, so we did not see it live. And to be fair to Coach Poole, if it was a head injury, the referee should have stopped the play. That's become pretty common practice nowadays.
Absolutely, that's protocol.
To be fair, it does look like Baisden is being treated for a head injury here. Riley Baisden has just battled through a couple of bumps and bruises in this game today, as have many of the players. And that is going to be it. Riley Baisden is going to make way here. And she'll be replaced by Riley Parker.
I think Parker coming on will definitely give them some fresh legs. Parker's so good at holding the ball up and making the right play.
Tough way for Riley Baisden's day to end there, particularly if the referee didn't see what happened and didn't stop the play.
Definitely, but she put in a good shift and got a goal and turned the game around for Carolina.
That leaves Carolina with 2 substitutions left as Baisden is continued to be looked after on the Carolina sideline. Still 8 minutes, still stoppage time to go. Carolina trying to complete what would be a remarkable comeback here in the Gamebridge Super League. Jacksonville trying to hold on for all 3 points. The run forward by Studer. Ball's clipped into the middle. Again, Jacksonville are well positioned there. They do clear it, but Carolina replenish the possession. This is Corbin.
It almost feels like Carolina is definitely dominating the rhythm right now. They're keeping the ball in Jacksonville's half. They're making small passes.
And it's a chance here for Porter. Clipping it back across. And again, Jones tries to clear it. Well, Jacksonville thought there was a foul there. Play continues. Oh, Mercado's brought down. It's a free kick. Oh,
right on the edge.
Just outside.
Right on the edge. Still such a dangerous place to have a free kick. I'm sure they wanted the pen, though.
There were a couple of chirps for a penalty. Was it a penalty?
This is great from Mercado. A little step over, pushes the ball. It's right on the edge.
Tough to tell from that angle. Remember, if it's on the line, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
That was very close. That's why the best we can, we really try to give the referees the benefit of the doubt on those moments. It's so tough live to get that right because it's tough even on the replay to see if that was in the area or not. Carolina still have a chance here. Porter and Aguilar. It is Aguilar. Ooh, not far away, but it is out for a goal kick.
Free kicks like that are so close. Sometimes it's hard to go with finesse there, and you just have to hit it with power and hope something happens. Keeper has to make a save. There's a rebound. But it is hard to loft it up and have it come down when you're that close to goal.
Well, the touch is there from Jones. Up ahead from Puerta to DeSmit, who was beaten to it. Then Corbin pokes it up ahead, nobody there for Carolina, and Jacksonville will reset with just over 5 minutes of normal time left.
I think this is where Jacksonville really needs to put their foot on the ball and stay composed. Go back to what worked for them, and that's small passes, being strong on the ball, holding it up, being an option for each other. It's a little too back and forth right now, and it seems like they're just kind of losing that tempo.
And we have a substitution for Sporting Club.
Now Sporting Jacks are going to make a change here. Jesse Hunt is going to come in, and well, Sophie Jones did her best, tried to give it a try here. After going down with an injury, she will make way here in the 86th minute, and Stacey Balaam is down to her final 2 changes.
Jones put in a good shift. I always think that defensive midfielders don't always get the credit that they do. They run so much, they cover ground, they make really good defensive plays, but they're usually not the ones getting the stats.
That is played down the line for George by Parker and cleared away by Gerstenberg, but only out for a Carolina Ascent throw on this near side. Mercado for Porter. Studer for Aguilera. Harding stays with it. Ooh, but committed a foul as she tried to get the ball and pass it out for Mercado. It's a free kick for Sporting Jacks. Maybe Meg Hughes. She's had a good game. No, she hasn't scored a goal, but she's played really well. Number 10. One back here by Parker. Parker lays it off. Mercado. Harding for Porter. It pinballs as it goes through Jacksonville. Ooh, they tried to clear it. It took a deflection. Aguilera for George, who holds it up. Mia Corbin had her shot blocked. Corbin again. Tries to shoot with her left boot and puts it well wide. There's a Jacksonville player down. It's a goal kick. Now 2 minutes plus stoppage time left. Another discussion, by the way, going on between the Jacksonville coaching staff and the fourth official. It's going to be an impromptu hydro break here right at the end during this stoppage of play. Jacksonville do have, I mentioned it, a couple of changes left. If Stacey Balaam is forced into making a late change here. We've also, I should mention, had quite a few injury stoppages in this second half. There could be quite a bit of stoppage time added on as we are getting very close to the 90th minute.
I think there will be at least 6 minutes of stoppage time, which is a lot.
This has been a battle. Both teams have given every ounce of effort and energy to the cause in this game. Jacksonville, again, we're cruising through the first half an hour. They were 3-0 up. It was 3-1 at the half. Then it got to 3-2. Then it was 4-2. And then Mackenzie George, who's been a super sub for Carolina Ascent in this second half, scored her second goal of the game, second goal for the club, and has gotten it back to 4-3. The player down is Meg Hughes, by the way, who's been excellent today for Sporting JAX, but it appears that that might be the end of the road for her in this game. Hughes is going to be taken out, and she will be replaced by Katie Sullivan for the remainder.
Hughes has been so important for the way Jacksonville plays. She gets in those pockets. She just finds herself in such good areas, and then she turns and drives with pace. It opens up so much, especially when you have forwards like Puerta who are constantly making runs off the ball.
There's 5 added minutes at the end of the game presented by North Carolina Blue Cross Blue Shield. There might be a little bit more than that because of that last injury stoppage we just had. So we will see how much longer we go on. Carolina in search of an equalizer. Corbin has her pass out wide come up short. Sent forward by Nally. Ball could not be kept in play by Harding, and it is a Jacksonville throw. Carolina want, of course, Jacksonville to get on with it here. Down this far side, touched out by Aguilera. It's another throw. The ball is threaded down the far side. DeSmit. Ooh, did that come off an arm there of Nally? Referee did not see it, did not call it, and then Aguilera goes down. Just a throw-in for Carolina on the far side. Aguilera down the line. Just flicked towards George. Again, Jacksonville had it covered with Kenton. Has to be a Carolina player, right? Yeah, perfect. That works. Also, if Hughes is hurt, then maybe just go with 27 Paige Kenton, so she scored the goal to make it 4-2 as the player to interview. Paige Kenton, yeah, 27 for Jacksonville, because Hughes I think might be hurt, so. So far, Jacksonville have done well to negotiate some of this stoppage time. Aguilera is trying to find Corbin. This is Kemp. Trying to fight her way through, but she commits a foul. Carolina free kick, only 2 minutes left, maybe a little bit more.
There's definitely an art to closing out a game, especially when you're ahead. You have to be clean, you have to grind it out, and you have to really mentally fight the fatigue because you know these players are exhausted.
Porter got the first touch onto it, couldn't corral it in the end. Touched forward by Puerta. This is exactly what Jacksonville want to do down the stretch here. Final few minutes. Keep possession and keep Carolina away from their goal.
Exactly. They have these little triangles in the middle of the field, and they create almost little rondos, and they just keep the ball, draw the defenders in, and then when it gets too much pressure, they just switch the point of attack.
Carolina have it back with Corbin. It's played onto this near side. Moxley down the line looking for Parker. Moxley tries to follow up. Jacksonville headed forward. Nally and Corbin losing out. Then Corbin's challenge. Did it ricochet out? It looks like it is going to be a Carolina throw. They just took it from the wrong spot. Moxley down the line. But again, Jacksonville quickly to win it back, and then last off of Corbin, Jacksonville throw. And again, after the 5 minutes are up, it's up to the referee how much longer we continue on. It's been a heck of a game in the Gamebridge Super League. Is there to be one last late twist? Kemp fouls Moxley. Free kick Carolina. They've got to take it quickly. Kemp is told to back up. Moxley down the line. Over the head of Parker. 5 minutes are up. It's a Carolina throw. Corbin's throw. Mercado. Studer surveying the scene. Aguilera shepherds it out for a corner, a Nucor corner with what could be the last play of the game. Referee took a little peek at the watch there. This could be Carolina's last chance to save a point.
If I'm Carolina, I'm putting everybody in the box on this.
Moxley's ball in. Studer deflected it. Jacksonville clears it. And Jacksonville wins it. Carolina could not catch Jacksonville this time. And Sporting Jacks hold on for a 4-3 win over Carolina Ascent, whose wait for the first win of the season for them goes on. It really ended up being an instant classic in the Gamebridge Super League. So many twists and turns throughout. And Sporting Jacks, after throwing away a 2-goal lead the last time these two met, are able to hold on this time for a 4-3 win. Almost a smile of, can't believe that just happened again. Can these two teams maybe play every week? We'll maybe talk over with the Gamebridge Super League staff, of course. That was a heck of a game. Wonderful finish as well, with Sporting Jacks able to just about see it out. Our Carolina Ascent player of the game is brought to you by Nucor. Mackenzie George, who made a heck of a difference in the second half. She scored her first 2 goals in a Carolina Ascent shirt, but it is not enough as Sporting Jacks hold on for all 3 points. A 7-goal thriller in Charlotte in the Gamebridge Super League. Sporting Jacks wins it by 4-3. We will be back to wrap it up next.
Check out that QR code on the scoreboard or visit carolinaascent.com/groups to start planning with the only professional women's soccer team in the Charlotte region. And be ready for every single game day with official Carolina Ascent FC merchandise. You can shop now on your way out.
Paige Kenton from Sporting Jacks, kind enough to join us. Paige, congratulations on the win. A game with so many twists and turns. What did it take to see this game out and get a second victory here of the season?
Yeah, thank you. And I think it just took grit. Like, our team was really gritty today, and obviously we had moments that weren't going our way, and you know, we had slip-ups, but I think we just were gritty, and we were saying to each other, like, this is mentality at this point. And like, every single person on the field who subbed in, everybody on the bench, like, the mentality was awesome.
It seems that you guys have a lot of versatility in your roles on the field. How important is that to your guys' success, and especially when it comes into the final third?
Yeah, I mean, we have so much versatility, like midfielders who are playing forward, who can attack for us. I mean, you look at Ash, like, she's our leading goal scorer, and she plays mainly in the midfield. Like, so many versatile people, and I think just leaning on the leadership, like when I transitioned from the front to the back, talking to Georgia, Jamie, those guys, like, we all just help each other with the position changes so that we can be one cohesive unit.
Paige, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on the win and best of luck moving forward.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys.
Came out and get a second victory here of the season.
Like, our team was really gritty today, and obviously we
from Sporting JAX, kind enough.
Merchandise. You can shop now.
Join us, Paige Kenton. Full-time in Charlotte, brought to you by the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, the full-time score. Carolina 3, victorious Sporting JAX 4 after a wild game of twists and turns in the Gamebridge Super League. Paige Kenton from Sporting JAX, kind enough to join us. Paige, congratulations on the win, a game with so many twists and turns. What did it take to see this game out and get a second victory here of the season?
Yeah, thank you. And I think it just took grit. Like, our team was really gritty today, and obviously we had moments that weren't going our way, and you know, we had slip-ups, but I think we just were gritty, and we were saying to each other, like, this is mentality at this point. And like, every single person on the field who subbed in, everybody on the bench, like, the mentality was awesome.
It seems that you guys have a lot of versatility in your roles on the field. How important is that to your guys' success, and especially when it comes into the final third?
Yeah, I mean, we have so much versatility, like midfielders who are playing forward, who can attack for us. I mean, you look at Ash, like, she's our leading goal scorer, and she plays mainly in the midfield. Like, so many versatile people, and I think just leaning on the leadership, like when I transitioned from the front to the back, talking to Georgia, Jamie, those guys, like, we all just help each other with the position changes so that we can be one cohesive unit.
Paige, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on the win and best of luck moving forward.
Yeah, thank you.
Comes on as a second-half substitute and immediately makes it 3-2.
This is a tricky bounce, and she just heads it to herself and is able to use her strength and power and just kind of shoulder her defenders out. This is a tough ball, and she just doesn't slow her pace at all. She just keeps running, puts a little shoulder around, looks up, and just hits it in the back of the net, and that's a spark you need from your subs.
That felt like a huge turning point in the game, but then a mistake here leads to Paige Kenton pouncing and scoring.
Yeah, definitely a mistake on Carolina, but Penton just takes full advantage, anticipates that ball, and just pushes her defender out of the way, gets a shoulder around it, opens up her hips, and just curls it into the side netting.
A goal and an assist for Paige Kenton. That made it 4-2, but then Mackenzie George, wonderful run and finish to make it 4-3.
George just stays even with the back line, takes it. She doesn't really see much in the box, so she just says, I'm going to take this myself, takes on her defenders, hits it near post, and is able to get the finish off.
And again, you thought, is that the moment? Can Carolina complete the comeback? But credit to Sporting Club JAX. They were able to hold on at the end, and they win it by 4-3. Sunbelt Rentals, full-time stats. Almost kind of throw some of these stats out the window. It was such a back-and-forth game. But this time, Stacey Balaam, she told us they didn't hold on to it last time. This time they close it out. They get the 3 points.
Definitely. I mean, the possession was pretty even, but you got to look at shots on target, 9, 20 shots, 4 goals. I think that's a good day in the office for Jacksonville.
Unfortunately for Carolina, the wait for their first Gamebridge Super League win of the season goes on. That's now 5 without a win for the Ascent. But my goodness, did they play their part in an instant Gamebridge Super League classic, a 7-goal thriller in Charlotte. Of course, Puerta's hat-trick, the brace from Mackenzie George, so many storylines, but the final headline, Sporting JAX holds on to win it by 4-3. For Erica Timrak, I'm Sean St. Jacques. We say so long here on Peacock.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.